In first attempt, I went until the interview, and second attempt, I failed prelims. At that time, I understand what is the UPSC.
Santosh sir was instrumental here because 2019-20 mein. So if you see the subjects, history has to be done by you. Geography, I don't think they're asking too much. 2-3 questions, but then mapping questions.
Take the coaching from the Santosh sir. Then after things getting changed.
This year particularly I studied with Nikhil sir, ancient history, and that has helped me a lot to clear forest cutoff with ease.
क्या पढ़ना चाहिए क्या नहीं पढ़ना चाहिए, सबसे बड़ी मिस्टेक क्या होती है. लेकिन मैंने उसको जब दिखाया कि भाई 2023 के प्रीलिम्स में 10 क्वेश्चन प्रीवियस ईयर में से आए. शी कॉल मी इन द आफ्टरनून 2 days लेटर रिजल्ट. आपका मुझे बर्थ डेट और टाइम चाहिए. बहुत सारे लोग हैं रिटायर सर्विस सर्वेंट जिन्होंने आपका नाम निकाल लिया है रिजल्ट में से, तो उनको आपकी जानकारी चाहिए.
Hello and welcome to UPSC podcast with Level Up IAS. We often hear that our destiny is not written for us, it is written by us. And today I have not only 1, 2, but 3 officers with me who cleared the exam of Indian Forest Services and got great ranks. They wrote their destiny by their hard work, their dedication and their perseverance. So I welcome Abhishek Inamdar, who got All India rank 49. I welcome Akash Kadam, who got All India rank 76. And I welcome Akash Kumar, who got All India rank 97. I welcome all of you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
I would first like to congratulate all of you for getting into the services, and finally a dream of yours has come true. So I would like to begin with Abhishek sir. How has been this journey from I just want to tell everyone before I proceed with this question that Abhishek Inamdar sir was a faculty of CSAT at Level Up IAS. So, and I interviewed him before also for CSAT. So I'll share the link of that as well. So Abhishek sir, I'll begin with you. How has been this journey from an aspirant to a faculty and then now an officer?
Journey has been quite long. This was my 6th prelim, 6th civils mains, 3rd forest mains and 4th interview. So every time it feels like you will clear, but somehow, somewhere I used to miss that mark by sometimes a lot, sometimes by a little. So this time I was not really expecting expecting lot, but when I saw my name, it was a moment of disbelief, followed by of course joy and relief, most of all. Relief.
आप नहीं देना पड़ेगा finally.
Yes.
After such a long.
आप कोई भी टॉपर को पूछ लो कौन सा फीलिंग होता है, it is relief. कि that process is so arduous, especially the mains. Every time it is days and months of toiling very hard, and after that right now all I can say is that I don't have to give this exam again. So the feeling of relief overpowers that of joy. So yes, it has been very enriching journey as well. My experience as a teacher at Level Up IAS, you said he was a teacher, please replace with ease, because I still have my students and they have their prelims next month. So yeah, so it has been.
Yeah, you're currently teaching. You just took the doubt session, I know.
Yes. So yes, it has been enriching journey, but it has finally led to something new and new beginnings rather.
So now asking from Akash, from you, how now you were an aspirant before, like before the results came, suddenly from an aspirant to an officer. So how things have changed and how has been this journey for you?
Speaking personally, the journey was quite tough for me. It was started with I cleared my first attempt, first prelim in 2020. So it was like I thought prelim is so easy because I cleared it without any coaching or any guidance. But when I give my second prelims, I failed in prelims itself. And in first attempt, I went until the interview, and second attempt I failed prelims. At that time I understand what is the UPSCs. So at that time I shifted to Delhi and take the coaching from the Santosh sir. Then after things getting changed, in my third attempt I able to reach until mains. Then again I continue with the same journey, and finally it was the first time in my fourth attempt I able to clear the prelims of the CSE as well as forest services. I was not much confident about forest services because it was my first attempt at the forest service mains, And as far as 4 years, I am preparing for CSE. So I continue with CSE preparation in that attempt. After CSE preparation, I got only 2 months for the forest mains, and first attempt 2 new optionals. I have to prepare for these 2 new optionals, and zero knowledge about odd books, odd classes, everything else. But one thing was constant behind my mind, that I have to do it because I have no another option. As CSEs, I failed in CSE mains, so I have to do it. And irrespective of looking another things, like who is doing what things, he has done optional, he has done anything. I was just doing optional, make priorities. I'm not able to complete the syllabus completely. That's true. But whatever I done, that was
एग्जाम
used.
से पहले मतलब आपका सिलेबस भी पूरा नहीं हुआ था?
नहीं हुआ था, क्योंकि मुझे 2 ही महीने मिले थे, और 2 महीने में 2 ऑप्शनल करके इंग्लिश और जीएस करके जाना और एग्जाम देना, तो मुझे डर भी बहुत था कि क्या होगा, देखा जाएगा. लेकिन मैं उस समय बाकी लोगों को नहीं देखता था कि भाई इसका ऑप्शनल पहले से रेडी है, तो मैं तो अभी स्टार्ट कर रहा हूँ. क्योंकि उस टाइम में संतोष सर से मिलता था, सर बोलते थे कि तुम करते रहो, बस एग्जाम एक रिजल्ट के बारे में मत सोचो. फिर मेरा मेंस जब निकला, तो मैं सोच रहा था यार कट ऑफ के पास ही होगा, और इंटरव्यू में कितने आएंगे. क्योंकि प्रॉब्लम ये पता नहीं था कि जब मैं इंटरव्यू के मार्क्स देखता था, तो उनके मार्क्स तो 200 से आगे रहते थे पिछले साल के. तो मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि यार मैं कहाँ यहाँ टिक पाऊंगा, अभी तो यहाँ आया हूँ यहाँ तक, तो ये अच्छा है कि नेक्स्ट ईयर में गैप लूंगा CSE में, और पूरे 6 महीने में प्रिपरेशन करूंगा और फिर दूंगा फॉरेस्ट की मेंस. लेकिन इंटरव्यू की डेट आ गई, इंटरव्यू दिया, तो उस समय पे ऐसा लगा ठीक है भाई, सबको अच्छे ही जा रहे थे इंटरव्यू, सबको अच्छे जा रहे, तो हम कहाँ सबको ही सेम मार्क आएंगे. लेकिन जब रिजल्ट आया और मैंने रैंक देख ली, तो आई वॉज इन डिसबिलीफ, लाइक मुझे खुद को ही विश्वास नहीं हो रहा था 2 दिन तक कि एक ऐसे हो गया. लेकिन फिर मैंने सोचा कि यार कुछ तो है बात, जो कंसिस्टेंसी थी 4 इयर्स की, वो यहाँ पे यूज हुई. ना ही 2 महीने का वो खेल था, ये 4 साल का खेल था, और उसके बाद जो जिंदगी चेंज हो गई. मतलब खुद के ऊपर जो विश्वास होता है वो और बढ़ गया. और मुझे तो एक ही सलाह देना है कि कभी भी हार मत मानो, क्योंकि जो भी आप कर रहे हो, अगर उसमें इम्प्रूवमेंट दिख रही है आपको, तो एक ना एक दिन आपकी पोस्ट निकल ही जाएगी.
Right, very right. And Akash, what would you like to say about your journey of UPSC?
I think firstly Santosh sir has been a big brother for me. मेरे पास एक काफी अच्छी नौकरी थी because I studied at Faculty of Management Studies, one of the big B school in India.
Okay, before we proceed, could you please tell about your educational background also? बाकी हम और भी पूछेंगे.
So I'm an engineer, computer science engineer from PES University, Bangalore. And post that I pursued my MBA from Faculty of Management Studies. And
Delhi.
Yes, Delhi. And I went to Middle East, Dubai and Kuwait for doing my internship. And there I got an offer from that company, which is MHL Shire. And I was working in this apparel company called H&M. And they offered me around 50 lakhs per annum. So my father was quite elated. But then, to be very honest, there was time in those 2-3 months when I was doing internship that I felt like इतना मजा नहीं आ रहा मुझे बाहर, unlike the notion. And I felt that though I may earn a lot of money because that was a very fast-paced environment, 6-7 साल में शायद मैं head position पे चला जाता, क्योंकि जो मेरी head थी वो 6-7 साल पहले मेरी position पे थी. So he was quite in denial, और क्योंकि मेरी job मिल गई थी तो second year में कुछ करना नहीं था. So ये सब सोचता रहा. I'm sort of person who needs something कि कुछ तो करें. I can't just chill, which is a bad thing. तो मैं ये सब करता रहा, but then I got my support from my brother-in-law and my sisters. फिर मैं यहाँ आया तो मेरे पास वीजा बन गया था मेरा जाने का. तो एक बार सोचा संतोष सर से मिलता हूँ मैं आके. So I met him because मैं शुभ्रा मैम का एक वो कर रहा था पॉलिटिकल साइंस का वो, तो वहाँ पे सर थे. तो वो तो किया नहीं क्योंकि कॉलेज में टाइम नहीं मिलता था, बट सर से मिल लिया. तो सर ने बोला कि कुछ आंसर्स लिख के दिखाओ, एंड मैंने कुछ लिख के दिखाया. तो उन्होंने बोला कि जो मेंस में लिख रहे हैं लोग उनसे काफी अच्छा लिख रहे हो ऑलरेडी, तो तुम्हें जाने की जरूरत नहीं है, यू विल डेफिनेटली क्लियर इट. तो प्री निकाला, मेंस निकाला, इंटरव्यू चला गया. फिर माय जर्नी वाज सिमिलर टू सर्स जर्नी. जहाँ पे मेरा फिर प्रीलिम्स नहीं हुआ बिकॉज आई वाज शॉक्ड, बिकॉज ऐसा लग रहा था कि ये भी गेम ही है, पहली बार में निकल जाएगा एंड ऑल चिल। फिर 2022 में मैं गया, फिर से इंटरव्यू गया, अगेन फॉल्ट बैक। फॉरेस्ट का भी था पिछले साल, फॉल्ट बैक। इस साल सिविल्स में फॉल्ट बैक, और सब 10 नंबर से कम में ही जा रहा है। सो यू नो यू विल फील दैट so much luck factor and all, and I possibly left everything. अब नहीं हो सकता। And I was searching for job. I talked to lot many people. Unlike saying कि मैं hard work करूँगा, because I think I had a degree जो खराब हो रही थी, and I did not want to let it go because यहाँ पे पूरा uncertain चल रहा था। But then संतोष सर बार बार मुझे डिनर पे ले जाके यही समझा रहे थे that you'll be able to do that, और नहीं तो you'll be able to do something great here because you have so much understanding of this examination. और फन फैक्ट ये कि सबसे पहला कॉल उनका ही आया, एंड ही टोल्ड मी कि डोंट बी सो हैप्पी, अभी 50 रैंक लाना है सिविल्स में। सो आई वाज लाइक व्हाट काइंड ऑफ अ टीचर इज ही इज नॉट हैप्पी। मैं बोला सर खुश नहीं हो क्या आप? बट देन मैम लाइक अभिषेक सर सेड इट्स वेरी पीसफुल। माय मदर वाज सो हैप्पी, स्टार्टेड वीपिंग, एंड यू नो फर्स्ट टाइम इन माय लाइफ आई गॉट अराउंड 1000 calls in 2 hours. And you know some there were people, there were friends who told me कि यार arrogant हो गया है, मैसेज नहीं कर रहा है, but then it's like एक बार कॉल उठा के I was able to tell them कि हाँ thank you because another call is coming and I don't want to miss them because it's not so good, not so nicer.
रातों रात लाइफ चेंज हो जाती
Yes,
है
yes,
from
yes,
an
yes.
aspirant to an officer, as I earlier asked also.
Yes,
So with you it changed like this, right?
changed like that, and मैं तो अभी आपको कह रहा था कि still I don't feel that I have cleared it. Still it is something to be something which should sink inside. ऐसा हो नहीं रहा है, ऐसा कुछ differently नहीं लगा है, people are treating us बहुत बड़ा topper बन गया है, but then and I think ma'am that has happened because the journey has been so difficult and subjective. So there were highs, first बार में interview चले गए, पिछले बार prelims के बाद 2 दिन बचे थे, and guess 74.5 cut off है, I got 120. कुछ पढ़ा ही नहीं, I just went to my home, relaxed for 2 days and gave examination. But then when I started looking back, because Santosh sir asked me कि कैसे कैसे नंबर आ गए इतने ज्यादा, तो because I worked very hard in 2019-20, है ना, और उस समय संतोष सर ने इतना ज्यादा पढ़ाया था। एनीवेज अब नहीं पढ़ता हूँ मैं इनकी चीजें, क्योंकि सब 4 साल से एक ही चीज पढ़ रहा हूँ मैं, तो मतलब तो आई थिंक नाउ व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इन यूपीएससी इज दैट इमीडिएट पढ़ाई का कोई खास एडवांटेज नहीं है, एंड इसके कारण क्या हुआ, पिछली बार भी 120 के करीब आए थे प्रीलिम्स में, इस बार भी आए, एंड वेरी वेरी लेस एफर्ट, बट देन मैम बहुत मेहनत हो गया ना 3-4 साल में, बिकॉज
एक बार की मेहनत।
हाँ, और लोग प्रीलिम्स पढ़ रहे हैं, वी ऑल आर स्टडीइंग मेंस, और सबसे ज्यादा इंटरव्यू के समय, बिकॉज 5 महीने बाद इंटरव्यू आती है, मेरा जनरली लास्ट में होता है, तो आप पढ़ते ही रहते हैं कुछ ना कुछ। सो आई थिंक आई वुड वांट टू टेल कि संतोष सर हैज बीन अ बिग एसेट, एंड नॉट जस्ट एकेडमिक, ही विल कॉल मी every 10 days to tell कि सब ठीक तो चल रहा है, how are you feeling। मतलब हमारा एक ग्रुप था, एक शिखा और आदित्य थे, तो उनका भी हो गया सिलेक्शन सर्विसेज में कहीं पे, and sir has been very cordial in that way, so beyond professional help, so I really want to thank him for that.
So as Akash told us about his journey and like why UPSC, why civil services, is there any other specific reason that you would want to share, that why you chose for going to UPSC CSC?
मैम मेरी लाइफ में एम्बिशंस पहले थे कि बहुत पैसे कमाऊं या बहुत अच्छी कॉलेज में पढ़ाई करूं, which happened because I got excellent percentile in CAT and FMS चला गया, IIMS के भी कॉल्स थे, थोड़े छोड़े उसको, बट बाद में मुझे लगा I did not feel इतना complete by getting into that job. Like many people were telling me कि यार इतने पैसे मिल रहे हैं and you're living in Dubai, you can shift to London, because that was happening at that point in time, but I felt that बहुत ज्यादा अच्छा नहीं है ये, and maybe in long run I'll not be able to do this, या फिर बिना enjoyment के करूंगा सिर्फ पैसे कमाने के लिए maybe. So that was one of the motivation. After that when I started thinking about so many things क्या कर सकते हैं, तो civil service was something which came to my mind. एक दो मेरे फैमिली में जिन्होंने पहले एस्पायर किया था कि मैं शायद ऐसा कर सकता हूँ, और मेरे पास 1 साल का टाइम था, तो started seeing through this, and it's such a complete service कि मतलब जो सिविल सर्विसेज है, फॉरेस्ट सर्विसेज है, इसमें if you see so much work to do, इतनी डाइवर्सिटी है which will keep you motivated, थोड़ी रेस्पेक्ट भी है, वो चीज भी थोड़ा आपको, it's not very important, but then it does help you in making sure कि मैं optimistic रहूं, you feel good about the service. तो मेरी पर्सनली यही थी कि आई वाज नॉट फीलिंग वेरी गुड देयर.
Okay. And Abhishek sir, if I ask this from you, like such an illustrious academic background, if you can share with them, our viewers, so we'll begin with it, and then why UPSC, why forest services, why civil services for you?
Academic background, I was always a very good student. I have given countless exams and cleared with ease, NTS, Olympiads, and all those things. And after that, I went to BITS Pilani, where I have done my masters in mathematics.
Okay.
I had the option of doing another degree. There is a dual degree concept in BITS, where you get one master's in science subject along with one engineering degree. But again, I was not really interested in engineering side that much, or I didn't want to pursue that kind of job oriented or corporate oriented life at that time also. So I was more into mathematics. I did some research projects, and when I talked with my professors, whom I had worked with, that what do you think about me, sir? Tell me honestly. So they told me that you would make a decent mathematician. That word decent was in many ways trigger. I didn't want to be decent. I wanted to be great. I was also feeling that in that research project that I'm not able to get it, or I was not really enjoying the process of getting in those things. So I was looking for opportunities or alternatives. And again, like Akash, civil services seemed like a very all-round and a good opportunity to contribute a lot, to do a lot, and I thought that it was more appropriately lined up with my personality, and that's how it began. Initially, I didn't know much about forest services, but after starting preparing for civil services, I got to know about it. I read more about it, and I was very, very excited. And from my second attempt, I was giving forest attempt very seriously. This was my third mains for forest, and I gave them very seriously. Because civil services was the primary goal, or the IS, becoming IS, but forest officer like IFS was always my second priority. I would hands down pick IFS over any other service. Even today, if you offer me, I will definitely put IFS above other services apart from IS. Of course, that is there, but that was the motivation. And of course, over the year, it kept on evolving, kept on changing as you read more, as you experience more and more things. At interview levels, I got to connect with many officers who were serving from junior to very, very senior level. Their experiences, their efforts, their initiatives, they were quite inspiring, and it seemed to me that these services are quite all round. Of course, there are, it's not like that everything is hunky-dory. Of course, there are challenges in every career, every walk of life that you will come across. But I think it is more suited to my personality, and I think that is about it.
Now coming to you, Akash Kadam, what was your academic background and when did you find the calling of UPSC? आपको कब लगा कि now I should start preparing for it?
एकेडमिक से मैं अच्छा ही था पहले से. तो मेरा ग्रेजुएशन गवर्नमेंट कॉलेज में हुआ, महाराष्ट्र वाले, मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग में. तो उसके बाद मुझे जॉब भी मिल गई कैंपस में. तो उस टाइम तो ऐसा था कि जॉब मिला है तो कर लो. तो मैंने जॉब ले ली, और जैसा मैंने बताया कि मेरे लिए यूपीएससी का कुछ पता नहीं था ऐसा कि यूपीएससी कुछ होता है, क्योंकि गाँव में तो ऐसा कुछ पता, जब उतना ही पता होता है कि कुछ तो एग्जाम होती है, उसके लिए क्या करना पड़ता है पता नहीं. तो मैंने सोचा ठीक है, जॉब करते करते यूपीएससी कर लेंगे. मन में था यूपीएससी करना है, लेकिन कैसे करना है कुछ पता नहीं था. तो जॉब करते करते मैं यूपीएससी करने लगा, और मेरी प्लेसमेंट गोदरेज में हुई थी. तो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग का जॉब था. उस टाइम मुझे हार्डली कुछ टाइम मिलता था. रोज 120 किलोमीटर का ट्रैवल था मेरा. उसके बाद मैं सोचता था कि मैं पढ़ लूंगा. तो फिर उस एक ईयर में मुझे जानकारी मिली. मेरी एक दोस्त है प्रणाली, तो दिल्ली में थी. उससे मुझे जानकारी मिली कि बहुत करना पड़ता है, ये जॉब करते कुछ पढ़ा नहीं तो तू नहीं कर सकता. तो मेरे दिल्ली जाने के लिए तो फाइनेंशियल कंडीशन नहीं थी. तो मैंने सोचा कि एक ईयर कंप्लीट कर लेता हूँ, तो कुछ सेविंग कर लूंगा, फिर जाऊंगा. तो मैंने सेविंग कर ली. एक साल बाद जॉब छोड़ दिया, फिर दिल्ली आ गया. लेकिन यहाँ आके पता चला कि यार एक क्लास तो नहीं ज्वाइन कर सकता, इतनी तो सेविंग नहीं हुई थी कि क्लास ज्वाइन कर ले. तो फिर रहने के लिए उतना काफी था. तो 1 साल खुद ही पढ़ाई की और उसमें प्रीलिम तो निकल गया। तो जर्नी तो ऐसे स्टार्ट हुई थी। फिर मतलब मुझे क्लास का कुछ इम्पोर्टेंस पता नहीं था। क्लास का इम्पोर्टेंस होता है भाई, सिलेबस कंप्लीट हो जाता है, फिर आपको रिवीजन करना पड़ता है मेंस के लिए। तो मैं फर्स्ट टाइम विश्वजीत सर से मिला, क्योंकि वो सातारा से ही है, तो मेरा उनसे कांटेक्ट हो गया। तो सर बोले कि तू संतोष सर का ज्वाइन कर ले, तो इस बार तेरी प्री रह गई है सेकेंड अटेम्प्ट में, तो तुझे फायदा होगा। तो उसके बाद मैं संतोष सर से मिला। फिर जो मुझे एक लेवल अप से क्या अच्छा लगा कि आपको कुछ ज्वाइन करने की जरूरत नहीं, हर एक स्टेज पे कोई ना कोई है। प्रीलिम्स में संतोष सर है, मैंने पीएमपी भी ज्वाइन किया उस टाइम, तो हिस्ट्री में निखिल सर का गाइडेंस मिला। तो हर एक सब्जेक्ट के लिए कोई ना कोई था, तो पूरा एक एक स्टेज क्लियर करते आया। फिर उसके बाद मैंने सर का भी कोर्स लिया था उस टाइम सीसैट के लिए, क्योंकि सीसैट की ऐसी हवा हो गई थी। मैं तो बहुत क्या बोलते हैं, ऐसा था मेरा कि यार मैं तो इंजीनियर हूँ, सीसैट मेरा निकल ही जाएगा।
हाँ.
लेकिन मेरा कंसिस्टेंटली जैसे स्कोर नीचे नीचे आने लगा हर एक अटेम्प्ट में, तो मैंने सोचा भाई सीसैट कर लेना है, ऐसा नहीं जाएंगे सीधे और लिख के आएंगे। फिर इंटरव्यू के लिए विश्वजीत सर का गाइडेंस, तो उन्होंने तो ऐसा बूस्ट किया कि कुछ नहीं, कुछ पढ़ना वढ़ना होता नहीं इंटरव्यू के लिए, बस जाके कॉन्फिडेंटली बोल के आओ, हो जाएगा। तो मतलब मेरा यूपीएससी का जर्नी ऐसा कुछ प्री थॉट नहीं था, जो जर्नी में आते चला गया। बस करना है कुछ, पता तो कुछ नहीं, लेकिन अच्छे लोग मिलते गए, उन्होंने बताया, तो यहाँ तक पहुंच गया।
वो तो रहता है, एज आई टोल्ड इन द बिगनिंग ओनली, दैट हमारी डेस्टिनी हम खुद ही लिखते हैं। ऐसा बोलते हैं कि किस्मत में लिखा है, बट इट हैपेंस विद आवर हार्ड वर्क, विद आवर डेडिकेशन ओनली, एंड वी डू इट। If we ask about Indian Forest Services, because you all three are now Indian Forest Officers, so अब आप लोग बताएंगे कि how this service is different from IAS, IPS and foreign services and other services, because we hear UPSC मतलब IAS, IPS, IRS, IFS ये सब, but forest officers के बारे में कम बात की जाती है। Is it because of the less awareness, या what is the reason behind it, and what is this service actually? We'll begin from you, sir.
In India, we have 3 All India services, wherein you are recruited by the union government, but you work for the state government. So, in these services, you are allocated cadres. These are IAS, IPS, and Indian Forest Service (IFS). Out of these two, IAS and IPS are very well known because of the public connect or the scale of public connect that they have. IFS comparatively has lesser public connect because we are the protectors of the forest of our country. Of course, we have a huge public connect, but compared to IAS and IPS, it is less. And as far as the job profile is concerned, it is varied because in every part of India, landscape is different and vegetation types are different. Recently, I met one of the DCFs, and the ma'am, she told me that forestry is not about trees; it is about land management. Because in India, we have only 2 departments who can hold land, which is the revenue department, which is under district collector, and which is the forest department, which is under the DCF. So that is the job. It is about land management and all that goes with it. So where we have forest, we protect them. Where there is degraded forest, we try to improve their conditions. Where there are different kinds of ecosystem, we try to protect them. Then for every division, there is working plan, and we are the implementers of that working plan. If we have wildlife sanctuaries or national parks, then forest service officers will be the ones implementing the management plans that are there for those parks. Then there is national forest policy which we have to implement. Then environmental protection in general, and as a incidental effect, it is the welfare of tribals or the people living around the forest, because forest department can sometimes lease the lands or let the people use the land that they hold under Joint Forest Management Committee and work for their welfare. So canvas is huge. The job profile will depend on the area that we have, the kind of land, kind of forest that are there in the area. So it is varied, and so that is about the job profile. The reasons why this service is less known could be multiple. This is the newest All India service, which started in 1967 or 68, I think. And before 2013, the examination, again, this was a separate examination, but the nature of examination or structure was such that only forestry graduates or people who have very strong link towards forestry used to give that examination. But in 2013, the preliminary examination became common for IFS and all other civil services. And from there on, the people who started giving the mains, the nature of those changed. So the same people who appear for civil services examination now are appearing for forest service examination. So that changed everything. The cutoff for preliminary examination became quite high because of the intense competition. And now I think the service is getting recognized a lot. And the nature and structure is also changing dramatically, I think.
Such an elite service, as you told.
Yes.
And would you like to add something to it?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I think the service is not much popular because first of all, sir has told that it is a newest All India service. Second, like before 2013, it has only forestry related people can give this exam. Post that, also presently also there are limitations like only those who from the science background and engineering can give this exam. Art background and commerce background don't have opportunity to give this exam because of technical nature of exam. And the exam is not much popular because there is a lesser public contact of these forest officers with the public. Rather, in every family, the UPS is equivalent to the IS and IPS. Like even central services are not known to the people that much, but I think IFS is a very good service if you have to maintain the balance between your work and family life, because it provides you opportunity to serve the people as well as live in the good environmental conditions. And student like aspirant should think seriously about this exam. Another reason is the very less people are qualifying for the prelims because of the intense competition and higher cutoffs. So that's why not many aspirants are thinking about this exam. I will share my one experience with this exam. Like almost everyone is making mistake in their first attempt itself. They fill the forest service as their in the preliminary examination form. It's very difficult for someone who started the preparation just in the first attempt to clear the forest service cutoff, and they just wasted the attempt of the forest service in that year. Like when you get the sufficient experience, you are getting CSE scores are more than the cutoff, like 10 marks more than cutoff. Then you can fill the forest service as your examination, so that you can get the more attempts of the forest service. Even if your CSE attempts can get over, it is more likely that your both attempts get over in the same year, and you are not able to give the exam in the next year. So my suggestion is that if someone is giving the prelims first time, then kindly fill the form for the CSE only. Don't go for the forest in the first attempt when you are not much prepared for the exam. You are wasting the attempt in that only. So that much from my side, ma'am.
But I have met few aspirants who are from humanities background or commerce background. They also want to join the forest services, but उनके साथ criteria इतना difficult हो गया है कि वो चाह के भी नहीं join कर पाते हैं. तो ये तो थोड़ा गलत नहीं, आप लोगों को क्या लगता है? What it should be open to all, ना?
Ethically, yes, but the competition will still rise. So we are happy for our result that way.
No, ma'am, because actually exam the post is very technical in nature, so that's why they allow only engineers and science
only
background
engineers
people.
can understand the
So forestry is a science subject. That is the official explanation, that it is a science subject. That is why somebody from, and at the end you get a master's degree in forestry. Without having bachelor's, you cannot get master's. That is again another rationale. But yeah, I would agree that perhaps I would not mind if everybody is allowed to compete, because this is equally good service, and everybody, I think,
Yes.
should be allowed.
And how many attempts are there for Indian Forest Services? Is it the same with
Same attempt as CSE.
6 attempts? What would you like to add to this? How forest services are different, and वो जो popularity है वो क्यों नहीं मिल पा रहा?
Ma'am, in my case, I think since my brother-in-law is already in the service,
Okay.
he's in AGM UD cadre and right now posted in Delhi only, Dr. Jitendra Kumar. So for me, it was like quite known a service, and that's why I was not very inclined toward IPS in civil services, generally filling it at 5th or 6th. So I just wanted IAS and Indian Forest Service and Foreign Service since I worked outside. With regard to popularity, ma'am, I think these two servers have also summed this up in very broader ways. That it's starting later, and also that I think in the aspirant community, the problem is that not many are able to clear prelims. Now that you are not able to clear prelims, you will not know about this examination, and because of that, that is happening. But as I was telling you, that so many people rang me up after the results were out, and to my surprise, everybody knew that what is the post I'll be getting. That it'll be becoming a divisional forest officer. So I was like, okay, so we are talking about
It is
that.
popular.
Yeah, it is popular, and even in interviews, the mock interviews, because this is the mock interview where you will find senior officers from the Indian Forest Service. Many of them did mention that अब पुलिस के लिए उतनी तैयारी करने की जरूरत नहीं, because possibly these two services I would put equivalent. So they were very candid about these things, and which was also true, because I was talking to my brother-in-law for last 5-6 years about this. He कौन सी service कैसी है, and he was able to tell me. And sir pointed out one very good thing is that work-life balance is very good here. And ma'am, I think with regard to service, I would want to add that urban forestry is something which is getting very, very important. And that
Yes.
in that particular case, IFOS is very important as a service. Because in Bihar and Uttar Pradesh, the Bihar is my state, and there the forest coverage is 7.75%. So urban forestry is important. And India has also talked about carbon 2070 neutrality. I mean, that also Indian Forest Service officer is very, very important.
Yeah, you'll be associated more with the natural resources, which is such a good cause and sustainable also. So, ye elite job to hai, no doubt. You talked about the reaction when you got to know about the results. So, I want to know what was the reaction of your family and friends? एक unusual, सबसे पहले तो reaction की बात करेंगे, and then I'll ask कि कोई एक unusual reaction जो आपको नहीं expect किया था किसी से मिला और वो क्या मिला था? I'll begin with you. पहला तो reaction क्या था?
My own reaction was of disbelief. Then I called my parents, and of course, as expected, they started crying. So nothing unusual about it for me. But it was such a special moment that for several minutes they were so happy about it. And then again, like Akash said, continuously phone kept on ringing till 12 o'clock in the night. So calls over calls. Some people who I have not met for years. Some of my graduation batchmates who didn't even talk to me during graduation days. So they called. So it was really unreal experience. And yeah, I'm very, all that, I would not say anything unusual about it. Unusual in some unusual cases could be like Nikhil sir said to me that, sir yaar, हम थोड़े नाराज है कि आप हमें छोड़ के जा रहे हो, because I was working here. So, but said, no, we are very happy for you. You will, of course, once you become officer, you'll get all kinds of experiences. Officer trainee rather for now. So people who bitch about you when you are aspirant, that why is he wasting so many years? Maybe he doesn't have it, and so on and so forth. They will be the first to stand in the line and congratulate you. So it was all very unreal, a surreal experience. I went to my hometown, and I'm the first person who could clear UPSC or become officer from my hometown. So again, people went crazy. Everybody wanted to meet and greet. Everybody wanted to take photos with me.
Will you be sharing those pictures with us? At least we'll show the viewers कि you got a grand welcome, because I also got to know about it. So I'm sure अगर आप देंगे तो we'll share those pictures also.
Sure.
And कोई ऐसा unexpected demand किसी ने किया हो कि अब आप ऑफिसर बन गए हो तो अब तो ये काम कर दीजिएगा, या कुछ ऐसा है अभी होने लग गया क्या ये?
Everybody has one common demand, that now we want safaris and the forest guest house stays. That is the one common demand across
आपसे भी
well-wishers.
बहुत सारे मीडिया वाले कॉल कर रहे थे कि we want to talk to you and all. तो a person called me and asked me कि आप अपना background बताइए, father क्या करते हैं. So मैंने उनको normal information दी थी, but मीडिया में ऐसा आया कि एक गांव का बच्चा ऐसा कर गया. So I found it to be very interesting. फिर उसके बाद मैंने किसी का कॉल नहीं उठाया because I thought that let us not make as person share. और इतनी सही नहीं है कि हम बहुत ज्यादा कुछ लिखे because you were just, I mean, they have a way of writing. So, but then I thought because I always wanted to put in right info in front of people. और सच बोलना बहुत जरूरी है ऐसे क्लासी मैसेज बना के. I don't think it's too right to do. तो वो आपको भेजूंगा मैं.
Sure.
But
And आपका क्या एक्सपीरियंस रहा?
मेरा तो, मुझे जिस दिन रिजल्ट आया उस दिन सुबह से मेरा पेन हो रहा था, बॉडी पेन. मतलब ऐसा लग रहा था आज कुछ तो होने वाला है. तो मैं डिस्कशन कर रहा, मेरा पढ़ाई नहीं हो रहा, तो मेरे 2 रूममेट है, प्रणाली और शुभम. वो मतलब मैं पढ़ नहीं रहा था 3-4 दिन से, तो वो बोले कि हम डिस्कस करते हैं, तो तू सुन लेना बस. तो हम डिस्कस कर रहे थे, तो मैं फिर भी बार बार टेलीग्राम ओपन करता था, कुछ आया के देखता था. ये ऐसा चल रहा था. फिर उन्होंने मेरा फोन ही छुपा दिया. इसके बाद तो दोपहर में रिजल्ट आया, तो एक अनिरुद्ध दोस्त है मेरा मुंबई में, उसका कॉल आ गया मुझे. उसका कॉल आया तो मुझे लगा, मुझे बताया नहीं उन्होंने कॉल आया है, उन्होंने ही उठा लिया. ऐसा बोला कि मुझे कॉल आया है, उनके फोन पे कॉल आया है, और उसने बोला कि हो गया 76 आया है. तो उसके बाद उन्होंने बताया, तो मैं 5 मिनट के लिए कुछ मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा था ये क्या बोल रहे हैं मुझे. हो गया, और मैं उसी टाइम रोने लगा. मुझे कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा था, क्योंकि अनएक्सपेक्टेड, यूपीएससी का रिजल्ट हमेशा अनएक्सपेक्टेड होता है. ये सबको पता है, ऑल इंडिया रैंक 1 भी आता है, उसको भी पता है. तो अनएक्सपेक्टेड तो था ही. उसके बाद मैंने घर पे कॉल किया, तो मैंने मेरे पापा को पहली बार रोते हुए सुना. तो मुझे ऐसा लग रहा था कि शायद मैं वहां होना चाहिए था उनके सामने. तो वो तो बुला रहे हैं मुझे बहुत दिन से, लेकिन क्या है कि मैंने मेरे रूममेट्स को वादा किया था कि मैं आपको पढ़ा के जाऊंगा. तो अभी तो हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं वो चीजें. तो 17 तारीख को मैं अभी जा रहा हूँ, तो आई एम वेटिंग फॉर दैट डे टू गो होम. यस. And ma'am, one unexpected moment was that I was in touch with the CCF ma'am, Chief Conservator of Forest in Mumbai. So I went there for some discussion with her for the interview. She called me in the afternoon, 2 days later result, and she said that आपको पता है क्या कि रिजल्ट के बाद फोन क्यों करते हैं. तो मैंने बोला नहीं मैम, शायद कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस के लिए. नहीं वो तो हो गया, लेकिन आपका मुझे बर्थ डेट और टाइम चाहिए, बर्थ टाइम. मैं सोचा क्योंकि वो बोले कि बहुत सारे लोग हैं रिटायर्ड सर्विस सर्वेंट जिन्होंने आपका नाम निकाल दिया है,
बायोडाटा निकल गया है अब.
तो उनको आपकी जानकारी चाहिए, और उनकी बेटियां कुछ है, तो हम वो देख लेंगे, वो जो हॉरोस्कोप मैच करके. तो मैं शॉक था, क्योंकि 4 साल से मैं पढ़ रहा था, और ऐसा कुछ सामने आया अचानक से.
आप लोगों के साथ भी ऐसा कुछ हुआ अभी तक? बोला किसी ने, मम्मी ने बताया हो ये?
नहीं, अभी तक तो नहीं, फॉर्चुनेटली.
मेरे साथ ऐसा कुछ हो नहीं रहा है. एवरी पर्सन विथ मी, इंक्लूडिंग माय पेरेंट्स एंड संतोष सर, लार्जली यही अनएक्सपेक्टेड था. He was the first person to call me up and told कि ऐसे बहुत खुश नहीं होना है, पढ़ाई करना है. I was like, sir is taking this as a very big thing or what? So for me it was, everybody is pushing still कि और पढ़ ले, IAS बनने आया था, you have to keep your focus, and every person. But then ma'am, I was having my lunch at Sarvana Bhavan in CP with 4 of my friends, 3 more. And खाना आ गया था, बट मैं इनकी तरह I was seeing the Telegram channel, and because some of them posted that अभी रिजल्ट आने वाला है. So I was searching. Half an hour did that and everybody was silent. Finally लगा इतना क्या ही खोज रहे हैं. I just kept my phone away, started having my food, and then I got a call in 1 minute. So I was like, half an hour से मैं एक ही चीज कर रहा था, nothing was happening of that sort, and then suddenly result came. And best thing about there is one more hack of knowing your result. Just don't see your result. So up till now there was no call, and this time in 1 minute I got 20 calls. So by the number of calls you can understand that you have got the positive result. So ये अपने आप ही हो गया. अब तक नहीं आ रहे थे 3-4 बार से. So I was like, ये एक अच्छा तरीका हो सकता है, डोंट वरी, लोग ही बता देंगे.
श्योर वही होने वाला होता है. इफ यू टॉक अबाउट लाइक अभी थोड़ा प्रिपरेशन पे आते हैं बिकॉज प्रीलिम्स क्योंकि अभी पास आने वाला है, इट्स बीन अ मंथ ओनली, अभी होने वाला है प्रीलिम्स. तो यू एवरी ईच वन ऑफ यू गॉट great marks in prelims, GS1 specifically. You got 118,
103.
103, 118 and 101. So इतने अच्छे marks prelims में आने का, अब everybody wants to know the trick. So we'll begin from you this time. What आपने क्या ऐसा separate किया, कुछ ऐसा अलग किया in GS1? Because paper बहुत tough था, as we know कि 2023 का paper was very tough as compared to the other years. So how did you approach that paper and what different you did that time?
So ma'am, what happened last year was that the result of civil services, final result of civil service examination came on Wednesday afternoon. So what happens in this examination is that during the interview phase you will not study, and after your interview till the result you will not study because you are anticipating the result, and primarily because that time it was very good mains and interview for me. So I thought maybe I don't even need to write next prelims. But then that was a very bad strategy because now I just had 2.5 days. I had to travel to my hometown to give prelims and I did not study anything. So I would want to tell two people who face this kind of problem, because generally people have to face this. Like एक बार में ही इंटरव्यू जाके आपकी अच्छी रैंक आ जाती है, ऐसा नहीं होता. You still have to give your prelims exam. So at that point in time I thought पढ़ के तो कुछ नहीं हो सकता because I can't study for 2.5 days and can do very big things. So what I started thinking about is कि if I can't study, what is to be done? Then what I did was very, very different. I went to a park and just had 20 rounds of that park and start keep telling me ab tak ho gaya hai and you will be able to clear this. Just be very, very confident. Or the kind of paper which is coming this from 2022, sir, is that you generally require cumulative knowledge rather than immediate knowledge. So even if you have not done your maybe current affairs or static questions, even those static questions are much different these days. So now they are not asking that this king was doing that or not. It's a very broad question. So even if you know the story behind it, you'll be able to come up with that. So first was this. Secondly, ma'am, I would say as the fate was at that point in time, I was not thinking too much about results. And that also helped me. It was like quite relaxed, nahi hoga, I'll go to a corporate job or something like that. So I went inside and I could see that the paper had changed. Last year it was only 1, 2 statement, 3 statement, 4 statement, only I think 8 to 10 questions now. This year it was around 50 questions.
Half of the paper was like
Yeah. So last year I cracked this question then and there, that इसकी probability शायद 2 की होगी out of 4, because knowing all these 4 statement is very, very difficult. So I had a broad understanding कि या तो 2 मारूंगा या 3 मारूंगा. So happened that questions, I just started seeing the question one by one, and मुझे ऐसा लगा कि ऐसा पढ़ने का कुछ है नहीं. Question is quite broad, a paper and all, and sort of I marked all the questions in 1.5 hours and I slept off. कि कुछ पता तो है नहीं, मतलब what is to be done more, because that paper told me that what are you doing for last 4 years, you don't know anything. Basically the paper was saying me that, and I was like हाँ नहीं पता मुझे, and I just marked it and
you still got 118.
So what I feel is working for all of us, I would say around 45 marks more than the cutoff, is I would say that less tension, understanding of that situation, that every year it will be difficult. From 2020 I have been told that ये साल सबसे tough है, 21 this is the toughest, 22 toughest. So we don't worry about these things कि कैसे चल रहा है and all, but it's not so hunky dory this side. Study it for 4 years, for entire 1 year. Like for prelims I would study something, for mains I will definitely study for something, but most importantly for personality test, 5 months you study so much that you can't even imagine, because there you have to answer a question. You don't just have to tick or write an answer. So you need to be very, very clear about it, and I think that understanding of personality test wala preparation generally helped me. But I would say lesser tension is the most desirable trait these days.
And the knowledge part, I think, came with experience also only.
हाँ वो गया, but I think Santosh sir was instrumental here, because 2019-20 में So if you see the subjects, history has to be done by you. Geography, I don't think they're asking too much. 2-3 questions, but then mapping questions. There I get benefited because Pol Science optional was there in civil. So here I would know something. Then economics, once you've studied, then I don't think there is too much problems. Problem is in environment and science and tech and random questions. Because in these, people will be able to solve similar number of questions. And there I think sir is quite beneficial. जब क्लास करी थी सर की 2019-20 में, then I don't think कि इतना हेल्प हो रहा था. But now that question have become very broadened, then I know that these knowledge will definitely help me. तो अब science और environment पढ़ता नहीं हूँ बहुत ज़्यादा, because the remembering questions, like the question you need to read something about and then you will be able to answer is not coming. They're not asking कि इसकी category endangered है या critically endangered है. Now they're asking very broad question and extensive जो I think संतोष सर करा रहे हैं primarily in environment and science is I think instrumental for anyone.
Right. And sir, what would you like to add in?
I would broadly agree with Akash that I also benefited a lot from Santosh sir. I have been his student from 2019 and the way he covers environment, science, tech, economy, that has helped me a lot. This year, I think definitely we can all agree that paper was different. I have been giving prelims continuously since 2017 with the exception of 2022. And yes, paper every year seems tougher than the previous year. So that is happening, and 23 I think was the toughest prelim I have given because it was different. But
It was different.
yes, I would agree with Akash that you need to be calm about it. I mean, the first thing that I did after seeing the paper, I just scroll through that to verify that what all the questions are of this kind only. I just smiled. I knew that everybody had the same paper.
Yeah.
I know I clearly have the edge.
I got to hear this from all the aspirants, all the toppers. जिनसे मेरी बात हुई है कि each one of them, they saw the paper and they turned it. They saw ये options तो हर जगह है पूरे paper में. They looked around. Everybody was looking around. So they were like, ठीक है, अब start करते हैं.
No, I smiled at it and I said, okay, fine. This is different paper. I'll enjoy it. And this year particularly, I studied with Nikhil sir, ancient history, and that has helped me a lot to clear forest cutoff with ease. Because there were 13 questions from ancient and that portion of the history syllabus, I could get 11 correct. And all of that was due to him. I literally binged watched his lecture. He's extraordinary teacher to say the least. And that has helped me this year a lot. And of course, again, as Akash said, it is the cumulative knowledge. And it is not just the knowledge that accumulates. It is the analytical brain. Over the years, when you prepare, when you give so many tests, so many actual examinations, your brain gets trained to do that. Because out of the 100 questions that will come before you, you will not know more than 50-55 questions anyway. The rest of the questions you have to apply yourself. So how to apply? Where is my logic faltering? If I'm getting correct, why? If I'm not getting correct, why? So that track, and that is not just of this year. This is of years and years of practice. That is why we are probably better placed to clear that examination because we are thinking like that. So that could be one reason. And yes, prelims is changing. And I would credit Santosh sir, Nikhil sir wholeheartedly. That it is due to their efforts combined with mine to get through.
And Akash Kadam, with you, आपने क्या ऐसा magic किया that you got such a great score? How did you handle those questions?
Actually मेरे first time forest का prelims clear हुआ तो मैं आपको बता पाऊंगा. सर ने जैसे बताया कि एक साइड बताई कि अगर आपका इंटरव्यू में नहीं होता तो उसके बाद कैसे मैनेज करें. कुछ बच्चा ऐसे होते हैं कि उनका बहुत साल में प्रीलिम नहीं निकलता, पढ़ते रहते लेकिन प्रीलिम नहीं निकलता. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल गाइडेंस की कमी है उनको कि क्या पढ़ना चाहिए क्या नहीं पढ़ना चाहिए. सबसे बड़ी मिस्टेक क्या होती है, यार मेरे बगल वाला बंदा कुछ तो अलग पढ़ रहा है मार्केट में से लाके, मैं भी वही पढ़ूंगा. तो सोर्स पे रिलाई नहीं रहते बच्चे. क्या करते हैं कि हर एक सोर्स पढ़ते रहते हैं तो रिवीजन नहीं हो पाता. और लास्ट में तो छोड़ ही देते, नहीं होगा अब इस बार। मेरा खुद का एक्सपीरियंस क्या था, मैं खुद साइंस, एनवायरमेंट और एंशिएंट मिडिवल हिस्ट्री ये छोड़ देता था मेरे पहले वाले अटेम्प्ट में, क्योंकि क्या पढ़ना है पता ही नहीं था, उसके लिए कोई रिलायबल सोर्स ही नहीं था मार्केट में। तो अभी भी बहुत बच्चे क्या बोलते हैं, भाई पॉलिटी इकोनॉमिक्स पढ़ लो, मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री पढ़ लो और एग्जाम दे दो, बाकी तो कुछ भी आता है। कुछ भी नहीं आता है, मुझे ये पहले क्लियर करना है। सब कुछ मतलब कुछ भी 50% क्वेश्चन तो आपको पढ़ के जाएंगे तो फायदा होगा उसमें, साइंस एनवायरमेंट में। और इसमें संतोष सर का रोल बहुत ज्यादा रहा। निखिल सर का, जैसे सर ने बताया, मैंने पीएम पे ज्वाइन किया था, तो उस टाइम मुझे लगा कि यार हिस्ट्री इतनी भी इंटरेस्टिंग हो सकती है। पहले तो पढ़ता रहता था यार क्या पढ़ रहा है, अशोका कहाँ से आया कहाँ गया पता नहीं, लेकिन जिस तरह से सर ने पढ़ाया तो तब मजा आने लगा कि भाई हिस्ट्री बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है। हर एक सब्जेक्ट का ऐसा रहता है कि आपको अच्छी फैकल्टी मिलनी चाहिए तब उसमें इंटरेस्ट आने लगता है। अगर अच्छे से पढ़ाई नहीं तो गलती हमारी नहीं होती बच्चों की, वो पढ़ाई नहीं किसी ने तो हमें क्यों अच्छा लगेगा। वो साइंस में जैसे संतोष सर पढ़ाते हैं बेसिक से, ऐसे कोई नहीं पढ़ाता आपको, बस वो ऊपर से समझा देंगे। हाँ, और वैसे क्वेश्चन नहीं टैकल होते एग्जाम में, क्वेश्चन अप्लाइड आते हैं। तो उस समय बोलेंगे कि यार साइंस पढ़ के कुछ फायदा ही नहीं है, अगले अटेम्प्ट में नहीं पढ़ेंगे। तो मुझे क्या लगता है, दूसरा एक रोल रहता है कि प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस का एनालिसिस। तो मेरे पास बहुत बच्चे आते हैं, मैं उनको बोलता हूँ कि ऐसे करो, लेकिन कोई बोलता नहीं कि कैसे करे। तो मेरा रूममेट है दूसरा वाला, वो प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करके जाता है, तो बोलता है कि यार क्या आया। लेकिन मैंने उसको जब दिखाया कि भाई 2023 के प्रीलिम्स में 10 क्वेश्चन प्रीवियस ईयर में से आए, वो कैसे, उनको क्या लगता है कि जैसा स्टेटमेंट वहां था वैसे ही आना चाहिए। ऐसा नहीं होता कि क्वेश्चन के बीच में से कुछ आता है या ऑप्शंस में से कुछ उठा के पूछते हैं। तो एनालिसिस क्या होता है कि भाई आप क्वेश्चंस देख लो, कुछ ये ऑप्शन आया है तो इस ऑप्शन से क्वेश्चन फ्रेम हो सकता है अगले साल, तो क्वेश्चन के जो ऑप्शन है उसके बारे में पढ़ो, तो आपको जो अनकन्वेंशनल क्वेश्चन होते हैं उसमें फायदा होगा। जैसे सर ने बताया कि क्यूमुलेटिव नॉलेज का फायदा होता है, तो ये नॉलेज एक साल में भी मिल सकता है अगर आपको अच्छी गाइडेंस है। तो जो नए बच्चे हैं उनके लिए तो लेवल अप इज द बेस्ट टू ज्वाइन एट दिस टाइम। एंड जो अभी कर रहे हैं, तो जो सोर्स में कर रहे हैं उस पर रिलाय रहो, उस पर बिलीफ रखो। बिलीफ ही नहीं होता है बच्चों का बेसिकली। तो मतलब मेरा तो यही था कि मैंने जब ये सब्जेक्ट उठाए, जैसे एंशिएंट मिडिवल, साइंस टेक और एनवायरमेंट सर से किए, तो जो गैप आया है प्रीलिम्स के मार्क में वो बहुत ज्यादा गैप आ गया। तो पहले मेरे प्रीलिम्स क्लियर होता था, लेकिन वो 1-2 मार्क से सीएससी के कट ऑफ के आगे। तो ये जो चेंज है, और जैसे सर ने बताया कि हर साल प्रीलिम डिफिकल्ट होते चल रहे, तो आपको क्या करना है, बस एग्जाम हॉल में जाने के बाद स्माइल करना है पेपर को देख के, भाई मैं उसको फोड़ दूंगा कुछ भी हो जाए, सबके लिए ऐसा ही पेपर है। अगर पैनिक हो गए तो कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं। सीसैट में भी वही हुआ था, मैंने पेपर देख लिया तो उस समय देख लिया कि भाई पढ़ा तो कम था, मतलब मेरा लॉजिक क्या था कि परम्यूटेशन कॉम्बिनेशन में सॉल्व ही नहीं करूंगा कुछ भी हो जाए क्योंकि मतलब पहले से मैंने नहीं किया था, और वो अगर उसमें एक भी पॉसिबिलिटी रह गई तो आप गलत हो गए। तो मैं क्या करता था, सीसैट में सिलेक्शन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रहता है। क्वेश्चन कौन से सिलेक्ट कर रहे हो आपको 80 में से 80 क्वेश्चन तो सॉल्व नहीं करने होते। 80 में से आप 55 करो, 60 करो, आपको अच्छा स्कोर आ जाएगा। लेकिन सिलेक्शन कैसे मैंने किया, भाई अगर पूछा है हाउ मेनी वेज, तो पढ़ना ही नहीं क्वेश्चन सीधा अगला क्वेश्चन लेने का। तो इस तरह से मैं 60 क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करके आ गया। तो सीसैट में बच्चों की गलती क्या होती है, क्वेश्चन करते रहते हैं, आंसर नहीं है तो छोड़ देते हैं। तो पहले से क्वेश्चन ही ऐसे सिलेक्ट करो जो आप सॉल्व कर सकते हैं कम टाइम में। सिलेक्शन इज द की फॉर द क्लियरिंग सीसैट।
एंड सीसैट के बारे में तो एज यू आल्सो टोल्ड, एंड अभिषेक सर आपसे ज्यादा तो कोई नहीं बता पाएगा, व्हाट इज द mantra for clearing CSAT? And you must have given the same mantra to your students also who are currently studying from you.
Yes, definitely.
But give it to our viewers also.
CSAT is feared. I mean, again, I would agree that UPSC has been making CSAT difficult, but that is again in the same nature as GS, paper 1 rather. That questions are not difficult per se. Questions are lengthy, questions are applied. The main issue is that most of the students have forgotten what they have learned till class 10. And I would not accept anyone's claim that UPSC asks more of level more than class 10. They stick to their syllabus. And based on that syllabus also, they can ask very difficult questions and you will not be able to solve it in that time. The thing is, if I give 4 hours to every student will qualify CSAT. But again, it is the race against time. There are several factors that are hindering students now. Firstly, is this year in 2023 paper, 13 questions were from basic addition, multiplication, subtraction, division. Now, nobody can claim that we have not studied that at our schools. It's just that you couldn't identify that questions. You couldn't identify how to do it. You perhaps just mugged up few formulas and went there, hoping that the same question in the exact same language would come there. So rather than actually putting serious efforts to brush up your basics, to understand basics of quantitative aptitude, basics of arithmetic, geometry, linear equations, mathematization, counting principles, you are just hoping to just mug a few formulas and apply them somehow. That is just not going to work. UPSC has put up this CSAT paper with some intention in their mind. They want you to have better aptitude. So if you are not serious about it because it is a qualifying paper, they will come at you in different kind of way. So that is what is happening, and I think ignoring it is no longer an option. Going by the mugging up way is no longer an option. Over relying on only one section like many people rely on comprehension is no longer an option. So we have to have that balanced strategy based on one's strengths and weaknesses and relative importance of the topics that UPSC is trying to focus on. And that is somewhere lacking. And as Akash said, I would agree that art of leaving is the new art of attempting. Because you have to identify what are your strengths and focus on the strengths. Because this is not at the end, this is a qualifying paper and you have to ensure that you get more than 1/3 marks. That is a primary motive or primary purpose when you are going inside that examination hall. So if you work on your strengths, that should be enough. But because of lack of practice or lack of application, students are not able to identify right questions to attempt, and they get stuck in one question for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and it is the race against time and you are out. Another big factor which has been underappreciated as a hurdle in CSAT is the reading speed. Because we have 27 comprehensions and many students take an hour to attempt those comprehensions. The fact of the matter is you can't attempt rest of the questions, or rather you can't identify the easy questions from rest of the questions if you have just 1 hour with you. You have to increase your reading speed and ensure that you get your comprehension time below 40 minutes. Or do as many as you can, 20 plus in those 40 minutes, and please shift to other sections because you need balanced strategy. Then only you will get your attempt beyond 40, 45 towards 50 to really be safe about it. So it is an underappreciated skill to have, that is good reading speed.
I just want to tell everyone that we will be having a detailed strategy session by our toppers, and Abhishek sir के तो CSAT के lectures हैं ही, वो you can see for learning CSAT, how to attempt the questions and what topics need to be understood. Now let's talk about, there's this question that has been asked by some of the aspirants, that is there a way to prepare for UPSC CSE and the forest services simultaneously, or do you do that simultaneously only, and what is the right time to just switch to the forest services ka preparation, and when to leave UPSC CSE?
Ma'am, to this, I think I would add on to what sir said earlier, that you should not be filling the form for Indian Forest Service to start with, because it's very highly unlikely that you'll be able to clear that in first 2 go. So maybe from 3rd attempt, or it also depends on when are you giving your first attempt. If you're experienced enough, then you can, because you would need those attempts later. So first is this. Second is, ma'am, last year I went till the interview stage, and this year I have cleared it by God's grace. I personally started feeling that those 1.5 to 2 months after working around 16 hours a day during the CSE mains phase, I think that is not enough. you would require a lot of luck to clear from that, because Abhishek sir has also written 3 mains, and we have worked extremely hard during those phases, those September and October when people are not doing so many things. But I remember I was working so hard during that time, last year also, and it did not materialize simply because others are preparing for 5 months. So if you are closer in civils, the reason I was giving both, because I was losing in civils by like in a single digit marks, 5 marks, 6 marks, something like that. So you want to maximize your chances that way. But if you are anyway a person who is not being able to clear CAC mains, or you're losing by at least 30-40 marks, and you feel that the situation of your life is such that you need to have an all India service or service that way, then I think you can go for 5 months preparation. Because I think the hoax that this exam can be really done in 2 months, with my personal experience and Abhishek's personal experience, it's really, really difficult. Because my paper was really good, but then I realized like 5 months people have great command, and because being a technical paper, you need to remember a lot, and the iterations are only 2 or 3 at max, and they have done 10 iterations. So either you will lose out, or you will get much lesser a rank than you deserve. And now that you can clear this examination after 5 months, you can obviously do civils in much easier way. So my advice is that if you are not closer in civil services, take a break and give for 5 months. I did not do it because I was closer, but I possibly feel now, based on this year results, that one should take a leave and give for 5 months.
Okay. And would you like to add something to it?
Yes, ma'am. I agree with this because when my CSE mains has over and I have forest mains in 2 months, so at that time I feel that rather I should take a gap for the CSE mains and prepare for completely 6 months. Then I'm able to write the at least test series and other things for the forest preparation. That was not possible because I got only 2 months preparation, and I was not that much confident for the paper, because others are preparing for the 6 months for this exam, and I was just going for after 2 months. But one thing I have to add here, that if for the present attempt people, if they are filled the form already and they able to clear this prelim for the both services, or even some people who are giving the first time mains of the CSE, so it is also difficult for them to make the 3 months preparation for the CSE also. The key for this is that I talk with the many toppers. What they told me, that I share here, that although it is CSE or it is forest, complete your syllabus for the at least forest 15 days before your exam, and for the CSE at least 1 month before exam. Whatever you do, because you have to make the day and night same for these 2 months for the forest and 3 months for the CSE. You don't have any options. And what I feel in my first attempt when I gave interview, that I was about to leave the preparation in these 3 months, because it is not possible for me to complete the whole syllabus in 3 months. But my friends has told that just prepare for this. Sir also told in forest mains period also, I call Santosh sir, Vishwajit sir. They say that whatever result is yours, but prepare for it at least. It will not go waste. It will help in the next attempt. So I just have clear that I have to prepare the syllabus. I make the deadline for the completion of my syllabus. Whatever happen, I will complete the syllabus. I'm not able to complete the whole syllabus, but I prioritize topics which are the more asked in exams based on previous year analysis. Prepare those thoroughly topics, and in last 15 days I do not touch any new subject or new topic. What happened with the people, that even until last day they study something. Even before exam day, they start something searching on the Google, like that might ask in tomorrow. So this is not the good strategy actually. I will suggest that make deadline. Even if you are giving CSE, and like my case, I got only 2 months because I was confident for my civils. That's why I prepare for civils, and I don't have knowledge about forest at all at that time. So skipping CSE attempt was not knowledge of me, and nobody was told me before that you can do in this way, that you can skip the CSE and prepare for the forest for this month, because forest prelims निकलना बहुत difficult है. तो मेरे पास तो ऑप्शन नहीं था, लेकिन अगर आपको अभी देख रहे हैं तो ये ऑप्शन सही है कि आप सीएससी स्किप करके फॉरेस्ट कंटिन्यू कर लो, क्योंकि सीएससी का क्या है, अच्छा रैंक आया तो आईएएस या आईपीएस, अगर नहीं आया तो उससे अच्छा फॉरेस्ट है बाकी सर्विस से। मैं तो उसको आईएएस के बाद पुट करता हूँ। तो सच में, क्योंकि ये सेफ ऑप्शन है आपके लिए ऑल इंडिया सर्विस में आने के लिए। वहां तो कोई नहीं बता सकता कि सीएससी में आपको क्या स्कोर आएगा और कौन सी सर्विस मिलेगी।
Yeah, you'll get the service that you're appearing
Yes.
for, of course.
Competition in forest also has become so severe that in 2 months covering 2 different options, if you don't have anything in common. Fortunately, I had one option in common, so I could do it more effectively, and I had experience of previous 2 mains, and I just did value addition this time. So that was possible for me, and that is also process of past 3 mains. But somebody who is giving forest mains for the first time, it is
Example.
he's an honorable exception. Let's not.
मैं सर से मिला था उस टाइम, मुझे कुछ पता नहीं था, तो जब सीएससी का मेंस हुआ तो मैं सर से मिला था कि सर क्या करे बताओ। तो सर ने भी बोला था कि ऑप्शनल अच्छे से पढ़ ले, इंग्लिश को हर रोज टाइम देना, जीएस को अच्छे से, जीएस तो तूने किया है सीएससी में तो बस रिवाइज करो, संजो सर का पढ़ लो। तो बस वही फॉलो करते गया। मेरे सामने एक ही था कि मुझे सिलेबस कंप्लीट करना है, मेरे सामने ये भी नहीं था कि मुझे टेस्ट देना है, लिखना है कुछ नहीं था मेरे सामने।
All these things, because optional is an optional, whether in CSC or in forest. If for CSC optional you are willing to give multiple mock tests and go through that grinding, you should be ready to do that here as well, because competition has intensified a lot.
Yes.
That is for sure. Because for various reasons, of course, but the forest service as all India service is getting that traction, and that will only increase. So, and there are many people among our colleagues in this list as well. There are people who have given 4, 5, 6 months, and they have really gotten excellent marks in the
Yes.
mains, and that shows that this is not exam to be taken lightly. This is as competitive exam as CSC. And you need to give a lot of time to it. So perhaps like earlier days when people used to just in 20 days used to finish forestry syllabus and I'm ready for examination day, that is no longer the case, because others are
Competition is-
studying forestry
Yeah.
in much more depth. They will have much richer content and you will lose out. Earlier, when everybody was like you, it is a competitive examination, so everybody will get same kind
Same.
of marks. But right now, as things stands today, it is better if you make a choice to take a drop from CSC for 1 year. Just ensure that you get one All India service under your belt, and then you're free to attempt for IAS if that is your dream service.
Okay. So far we have talked about the strategy or experiences. Now, what was the interview experience of yours? Like some of you must have given multiple interviews, as you told me, but हर इंटरव्यू से कोई एक या दो ऐसे फनी इंस्टेंस या कुछ ऐसा अनएक्सपेक्टेड आप लोगों के साथ हुआ हो, आपने कुछ क्वेश्चन फेस किया हो, सो वो बताएंगे।
फनी तो आई वुड से मैम, फनी तो कुछ नहीं था उस इंटरव्यू में। So
ऐसा
quite-
एक अनएक्सपेक्टेड क्वेश्चन आ जाता है और सम द पैनल वुड हैव लाफ्ड ऑन इट, या कुछ ऐसा हो, लाइट मोमेंट कुछ ऐसी नहीं रहती, वो सीरियस ही रहते हैं सब।
मतलब मेरे साथ ऐसा लास्ट में हुआ था व्हेन दे आस्क्ड मी कि you know, we are a democratic board. Generally students have this habit of having a premeditated thought that these should be asked. For example, my hobbies were to read about India's external security and defense. So I told them, sir, I did not premeditate that way, but then I would love to talk to you with regard to this. Then all these started laughing and they told me, तुम्हारा testing कर लिया हम लोगों ने. You can go very happily. So I did not understand why did they laugh, because that was also scary for me.
हाँ,
Yeah, पूछ क्यों नहीं रहा है? But I would say the most important point of that interview was that they start me talking on moonlighting, which is happening these days in corporate sector, that a person is working in a company and working in another company. So what is the problem then? Again, I think Viswajit Yadav sir was quite helpful here. We had a discussion before going to civil's interview that what is moonlighting. And then I was able to bring a new perspective, which I think was rewarded in the interview since I got 204. So I thought that that was I would say a transcendental moment in that interview. That I told about how people who had the salary of around 2.5 to 3 lakhs in early 2000, same companies are giving the salary for 3.5 to 4.5, and in 20 years, just 1 lakh per annum of increment. That's why people are being forced to do moonlighting and all, because largely it is believed that it is a illegal act, or it is something which is very wrong, but we do not talk about why is it happening. So I think that it was an enriching discussion than I would say a funny discussion that way. But
I had one thing in interview, that interview was on a serious note started, like what is the offshore wind policy and electric vehicle policy that recently has come and India is helping or not. But the another member has asked me what is the contribution of onion and this orange in the Maharashtra GDP. Tell me number. So it was very difficult that someone told that only onion how much is contributing to your GDP. So I say that I'm sorry sir, I'm not aware about numbers. I will read about it. So that time chairman ma'am said that Suman Sharma ma'am was there. She said we don't also know about it. Don't worry. Don't say sorry.
So sometimes they just test. I think your honesty,
Yes.
how honest you are. You're not
Yeah,
bluffing with
that's
the
why
numbers.
I
या
thought
कुछ
that
भी.
that was tested, because I was answering everything that ma'am was asked me. More questions on this analytical questions was there, so they might thought that we should ask something, because some questions was that they do not exist on Google itself. They asked me about what is Sihagarh policy. So I said that I'm not aware about it, sir. And I also check after interview. There is no such a policy exist at all. They also asked some FORTA. What is FORTA in agriculture? I say I'm not aware about it, sir. Then again I check after interview. FORTA like term is not exist at all.
Oh my God.
So they're testing like whether I'm making bluff there. Like, yes sir, I know about Sihagarh policy. It is about protecting forts and other thing and conservation.
This was very different experience for me this time in the interview. For a forest interview, I was expecting more questions on forest, but it turned out that 3 out of 4 members kept pestering me about education. So it was a chairperson. Usually I have found that they are very calm, composed, and they don't really put you under pressure. They are very attentive to listen in listening to you. But this time chairperson sir was very aggressive, and he was, well, to put it harshly, ranting. So that was very unusual for me. And he was really upset that he actually said that many IITians are giving CAPF interviews. It is so bad. Why are they doing this? So IITs have lost their charm and all. So that way, and then it went on to education. 3 people asked me about education. Only 4th person asked me about forest. I think that those questions I handled very, very well. That may have given me more marks for possibly. And another unusual thing was, one of the interviewers, she introduced herself to me. That has never happened before. She told me I'm this from this place. Okay, ma'am, hello. So that never happens. That interviewer introduces herself.
Yeah.
So I looked her up later. I found that she was a doctorate of botany, and she had 30 plus years of teaching experience, several publications, hundreds of them. So yeah, UPSC lets you or gives you opportunity to meet very
Such a great
illuminated people, which you otherwise would not. That was very nice.
I'm sure this must have been an enriching experience for all of you. And before we conclude, I just want to ask a funny question which always comes in my mind, and I'll ask each one of you, is that if at all you get an opportunity to interview or to have dinner with a personality, dead or alive, anyone, so who those 2 personalities would be, and what would you ask them?
Possibly Gautam Buddha.
Okay.
Maybe Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj.
और आप क्या बात करेंगे उनसे?
I would just like to listen. I
Okay.
would just like to
Okay, you
sit
would
in
want to
front
be
of,
present there when
Yes,
they're around. Okay, I get it.
I would just like to listen to Buddha, just like to sit in front of Shivaji Maharaj and see his mind work. Then thirdly, I would like to meet Mahatma Gandhi. I think I would pick those 3.
Okay. Because it happens that when we grow up, we have few personalities, we look at them, we think about them, but ऐसा रहता है कि they are not alive, we study about them a lot. तो इसीलिए कभी-कभी ऐसा रहता है कि यार ये personality से मिलने का मौका मिलता तो they can be alive also. What about you, Akash Kadam sir?
First of all, same Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, because from childhood we are listening his stories in Maharashtra. So if I able to meet him, then it will be very enriching for me, and like जिंदगी सफल हो गई ऐसा फील आएगा. और second is Savitribai Phule, because she came from my district,
Okay.
and whatever I read about her, it's very inspiring for me, from because she's like 30 kilometers from my hometown.
Okay.
So if I able to listen her and what she faced in her life, so her story is very inspiring for me.
Now, what?
I would want to meet Elon Musk. The kind of thing he's doing and the kind of perseverance, optimism, and hard work, and sort of balancing everything, I think he has done phenomenally well. And secondly, ma'am, I would want to meet late Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee sir, because I think one of the transcendental shift in India was nuclear bomb, or the detonation of that. And India wasn't a very, very strong country at that point in time, and there were severe negative repercussions to that. The kind of, I think he stood up to all the challenges even during the 1999 war. And I think he's a very balanced personality that way, because I've read a lot about him. Hard power and soft power, some balanced personality. So I think I find that he's a very complete personality, and I would want to talk to him given a chance. But now that he's not here, I bow down to him. I really love him.
Very nice and interesting. So, quickly before we conclude, I would just want to ask very shortly from you your experience here studying at Level Up IAS. How was it? And your experience of teaching and studying at Level Up IAS. So, we'll begin with you.
I think 10 on 10. Primarily Santosh sir. I was talking to him continuously, and he went beyond the call of his duty of being a teacher. He would to call me, support me, walk with me. I think he's done so much. Anything I'll talk here will be lesser. So I really want to thank you.
And what would you like to say?
200%, because this is the only class I'm related to, and many times I went to other classes so that they can guide me on something, but teacher were never available to meet, which is not case with the Level Up IAS. Anytime you can call the Santosh sir or any faculty, they will definitely give you time. Like you come that time and they meet that time only. Like not like I'm not here, come tomorrow. This case never happened in my last 2 years with Level Up IAS. And I already told that my prelim jump is because of Level Up IAS. And also I would have to share that my in my first attempt, I was at home for the prelims interview preparation. And I have not much aware about what to answer things. At that time, I only got 165 marks. But after that, I met Vishwajit sir, prepare with him. So that jump from the 165 to 201, it is very huge for me. And also contribution of Level Up IAS is very big in that regard. With respect to PMP, if you are not able to prepare the syllabus very well with respect to basics, one should join the PMP for without any doubt, because the level of teaching, whether it is economics, like sir just told me that he has made the course for the economics from some foreign university for teaching just for the economics in PMP. It is very difficult that for the teaching something you done the course for this purpose only. And Nikhil sir's history is no one in the market who can beat Nikhil sir's history. So I can bet on anything who can beat the Level Up IAS with respect to these basic subjects. And Santosh sir's environment and science tech, there is no things to say with respect to it.
And you, Abhishek sir?
I'm on the both. I'm able to see from the both sides, and from the perspective of student and as a faculty here. And it has been very, very enriching experience for me. As a student, I believe that Level Up IAS has excellent team of teachers, one of the best in the market. And Santosh sir makes it a point to ensure that if his teacher is not of the best quality, he will not let that person or let that teacher teach here. He will take that responsibility on himself. He will learn that subject and then he'll teach. He's overworked all the time. I haven't seen more hardworking person in my life. As much work that he does for students. And of course, the quality of teacher Nikhil sir is there. He's unmatched for history. Recently my father had a surgery and he was resting for some time. I gave him Nikhil sir's lecture and now he's fan. So now he's just reading history.
Okay, so you made
buying
your
more-
father
Yes,
study
he's now
history.
history buff. He's just buying new books and he started reading those
interesting.
books now. Though that is again, so as a student, it has been excellent. And as a faculty, I'm really grateful to Santosh sir, Nikhil sir and Karan sir that when I had no teaching experience, they trusted me to teach my own course here, and they advised their students to learn from me, and that responsibility they gave when I was really struggling, when repeated failures were coming, and it was really hurting me emotionally, and I really needed it. They were there like elder brothers, and I'm really grateful to Level Up IS team for their trust and all their love, and not just teaching staff. Everybody here is so respectful, so loving, and it is really like a family. We are here, and I'm really grateful to everyone here.
And I'm sure each one of us at Level Up IS, we are proud of you, and all of us wish you good luck for your future and for each and every action that you'll do in future. Good
Thank
luck.
you so much, ma'am.
And thank you for giving me your time, giving this podcast your precious time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am.